Did she require money, outside money
Yes.
to make this investment?
Yes.
What sort of investors?
They were hard money lenders.
Do you know who they were?
Yes.
Who are they?
Sierra West Capital was the primary lender, which is this, as is the case on several of her properties. And then there were other investors who contributed the funds basically for the rehab.
Was there something else different in this application that you garnered from all the financial records?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand your question.
That's the way I roll. Okay. Was there something else that you found in reviewing all of the documents, not just the loan documents, that distinguished this purchase as opposed to the ones that had gone before it? Involving, all right, how about this? Do you know if C&E was involved in this project?
C&E was involved in this project.
Okay. And what did you discover about C&E's involvement?
After the acquisition of the Oakley property, the Franzen Lane property, C&E, there were several checks from C&E that were deposited to the Kouri Richins Realty account, and they specifically have a memo on them that tie them to this property. And so over the next, between October and when this property was sold in March of 21, there are a series of checks. I think there are 6 or 8 checks that are about $133,000, I think.
Was this property ever sold?
Yes, it was.
When?
In March of 2021.
Okay. What happened to the proceeds from that sale?
This was a property where the net proceeds were about $466,000, which came into the Kouri Richins Realty account, that 6577 account. And then from that, $217,000 was paid directly to C&E, and then there were some other payments, transfers out from the account that were associated with this property as well, and left her with about, around $200,000 in net proceeds.
In your examining of all the evidence in this case, were there other things that you looked at to inform your examination that took place in October of 2020?
There were other things in October of 2020, yes.
Did you take a look at State's Exhibit 22? Are you familiar with that document?
Yes.
Could you explain what it is?
This is an intake form from a divorce attorney describing that Eric Richins was wanting to consult with his attorney on a potential divorce, and it's dated October 8th of 2020.
In the wake of that, are you aware of any other instruments that were created out of that?
Yes, there are the notes that the attorney appeared to have handwritten during the course of that first meeting.
Were there financial arrangements made after that meeting that you're aware of?
Yes, the notes indicate that there was some new information by Mr. Richins that there was the HELOC had been taken out on the home, that as if this was new. And then from this, he set up the Eric Richins Living Trust and also a will.
Was there something dramatically different about the trust situation as before?
Ms. Richins was not the beneficiary of his estate. It was to be for his children, and the trustee was going to be his sister, Katie.
So I'd like to go back to 70. This should be the HELOC loan balance for Willow. By August of 2020, what was the balance?
August of 2020, $246,931.
Is there a significant, well, up until that point, how was there money being paid on that debt?
Yes, they were the interest-only payments. The minimum payments were about $900, $1,000, something like that, that were made every month.
Did something different happen in October of 2020?
Yes.
What happened?
There's really the first significant payment, and it's $50,000 on October 12th.
Do you know what the source of that fund was?
Yes, Ms. Richins had sold the Cleveland Avenue house in Salt Lake, and from that she received net proceeds of about $63,000. There was a transfer, and then this $50,000 was sourced from that.
On October 12th.
Yes.
Bringing the balance to approximately what?
$196,000.
Do you know whether in October she was in a financial position to just pay that $196,000 off?
She was not.
Let's go into 2021. I guess we've still got the timeline up. Direct your attention to timeline. Could you describe for the record a summary of what purchases, et cetera, took place in 2021?
Yes. So she acquired a property in Heber City before she got the proceeds from Branson Lane. And then after that, she acquired a number of properties throughout the summer especially, and then ending the year acquiring 3 on the same day in November. And I think there may be another property that she was working on that I don't have on here, but all in all she had about 15 properties in 2021.
So did she go to the same lenders for all of these 15 properties?
No, there is some consistency in the lenders, but she did diversify a little bit.
Can you tell the court some of the lenders that you found that she used?
So she primarily used the Sierra West, and that's pretty consistent through here. And those investors who would have been taking second, third, or fourth position were pretty consistent as well.
Those are like Cockerhands?
Cockerhands, Ellis, Soto, Lieb. There's a number of them.
Okay.
And then she also went to a company called Ironbridge, a company called Boomerang. She did 4 projects with Boomerang.
So let's take, first of all, when did she go to Ironbridge and when to Boomerang?
Those were in the summer of 2021.
And Ironbridge, how would you describe what Ironbridge is and does?
They appear to be a hard money lender. the terms are somewhat more flexible than typical hard money lenders, but the interest rates on that loan, I believe is 13%. Was 13%.
And in 2021, is that high?
That would be high, yeah.
So, how did the application process go between the defendant and Ironbridge?
There is an original application that is submitted. It appears to be online. I don't know that for sure, but it appears to be online. And then there was a series of emails back and forth where the person analyzing the loan or underwriting the loan is asking her to submit some additional documentation.
Okay. Can you take a look at State's Exhibit 58, please?
5-8.
Yes, 5-8, State's Exhibit. Is that what you were talking about? Some email going back and forth between Ironbridge and the defendant?
Yes.
Okay. Is there something about a bank statement in there?
Yes. It asks for personal bank statements, the most recent.
Okay. Based on your experience and training, why would they want to know that stuff?
Typically, they call that proof of funds. They want to, they need to verify, in banking terms, it's KYC, know your customer. Every financial institution needs to know and verify the individual and entities that they're dealing with.
I'd like you to take a look at State's Exhibit 59, if you would. What is State's Exhibit 59?
This is a secured promissory note for what I call the 299 house in Heber with Ironbridge.
And first of all, this is Kouri Richins Realty purchasing this. Is that what it?
That's right, and I misspoke. This is 10%. I had misstated the interest rate earlier.
And what is the amount that they're loaning?
$346,500.
When?
This is in July of 22.
20.
I'm sorry, July of 21. Sorry. It's signed July 7th, 2021.
Now, did you examine a bank statement from Ironbridge purportedly given to them by the defendant?
You mean from Ironbridge, meaning?
It was obtained from Ironbridge, so but submitted to it that it used to.
It was part of the Ironbridge loan information that we received. Yes.
Okay. Would you take a look at State's Exhibit 11, please? What is State's Exhibit 11?
This is America First Credit Union bank account statement for May 31st, 2021 for Kouri Richins Realty, account number 6577.